There she is. Suman, you there? Hello. Okay. So good evening, guys. Today, as I was telling you earlier, we will be starting the recruitment stage of employee life cycle. Okay. Suman, we've just started. Good evening. So we've just started. We were waiting for you to join. Okay. So we will be doing the initial stage, that is the first stage of employee life cycle today. Okay, I sent you the schedule also, right? So that is recruitment and selection. And we will be doing manpower planning and budgeting, which is a part of recruitment. Okay, so first I'm going to start with manpower planning and budgeting. Okay, as you guys understand the term, meaning of the term budgeting, right? We all do budgeting in our own lives in different ways, right? Either it's for the monthly expenditure or for, our shopping or whatever reasons, we do our own budgeting. So in the same way, we do a manpower planning and budgeting in terms of, recruiting employees and getting the suitable kind of profiles for the company. Okay, and this is done 1 year in advance. So for the next year, we will be doing the manpower planning and budgeting this year. Okay, so we will have a forecast. The business will give us a forecast as to how well the business is going to do or what is the business trend in this year. And according to that, we will have to start hiring new people. Okay, and or we will be promoting people. So, manpower planning involves either promotions or new recruits. Okay, and we will be assigning different budgets to these roles. Okay, so depending on the skills that is required and the availability of skills in the market, we will decide on their salaries and the benefits. Okay, so I will take you through the presentation to understand better. Okay, what is the purpose of manpower planning and budgeting? So manpower planning and budgeting serves as the foundation for managing an organization's human resources. Okay, so it enables organizations to plan strategically to meet current and future manpower needs and prevents unnecessary surprises in maintaining steady state manpower. So see, even in our personal lives, so even in our personal lives, what happens is anything that comes up abruptly in between, we get a little hassled, right? We get a little worried and we think like, okay, how are we going to manage this? So it's the same with manpower also. So if the HR does not give a prediction of, how many manpower the business will decide, okay, but it is the work of the HR to decide on the salary. Okay, salary and what kind of skills. Now, how will we decide on what salary to give to a certain person? So in any role also, suppose if you take a marketing department, there are various levels in marketing department, right? So there'll be somebody in the entry level, there will be somebody in the mid management level, somebody in the senior management level, and somebody in the director's level. Okay, so we have to decide at each level what will be the salary and who is going to do that. It is going to be the role of the HR. Now, how will we decide that? We obviously have to do a market study. So we cannot come up with a certain figure, an arbitrary figure from nowhere. We'll have to do the market study. For this particular role, what is the kind of salary that is being paid generally in the market? how much is our competitor paying them, what is the competition going on, and how much can we afford. So see, different companies will pay different salaries. Okay, some pay high, some pay low, so that salary will be decided first on the market standard. Okay, what is the market rate, what is the market standard, and also depending on our net income, that is the company that we are working for, the net income of that company. So how much can we afford to pay for this particular role? We will also decide if we can do with an executive level, or we will have to take an assistant manager or a manager level to manage the show. Okay, so who is going to do all this? It is going to be the role of an HR. Okay, so the business is not going to tell us all these details. So how will we do that? We will do that with the help of manpower planning and budgeting. So all these figures, see, when we talk about manpower planning and budgeting, it's the number figures. Okay, now what we think about HR till now is it is just an administrative work where we do recruitment, and recruitment for us is what? Sitting and taking interviews, right? But manpower planning and budgeting is all about numbers. Okay, so the business will give us certain figures. Suppose the business gives us, for the recruitment purpose, for this particular department we have a budget of 1 lakh. Okay, now we'll have to decide at what level we are going to take employees, how many people, and how are we going to distribute this 1 lakh of budget that we have received. So it's all about the numbers. And what are we going to make these particular people do? So that also we will have to decide as an HR along with the department or the business. Okay, so this will help us avoid any kind of surprises, okay, in the coming year. We'll have to do the planning much ahead. Okay, for this particular department, we will require these many people at this level with these salaries. Okay, so somebody at the senior position in the HR department will take this decision along with the business, and when the recruitment department is doing the recruitment process, we will have to tell them that at this salary you will hire this particular person. At this, I mean, the person will be decided later, but for this role, this is the salary that is decided. Okay, later on we will talk about job description, which specifies all these things. Along with the skills, the salaries will also be specified. Okay, this concept is clear? Yeah, okay. So manpower planning further assists organizations by ensuring positions is filled by the right employees with the needed competencies, and appropriate planning is conducted to align the manpower to meet future organizational goals. So along with the manpower planning, we'll have to see, along with the salaries, we'll have to ensure that the people whom we are taking have the correct competencies. Competencies means skills and the qualities that is required for performing a particular role. Okay, so you all have to start getting used to such words like competencies. There is a different function itself these days, which is called competency mapping or the competency development center in HR. Okay, so you can write these things down because it is new to you and you will not find this in the slides. Okay, so apart from what you knew about HR, that is recruitment, payroll, and training, there are new concepts which are there in the market these days, that is competency development center. If you want to know more about it, I can discuss with you later. Okay, so the more effective the development and execution of the manpower plan, the more the organization is able to leverage its human resources for accomplishment of its strategic goals. So the more efficiently we plan on the manpower budget and the more efficiently we adhere to the budgets that are set, it will be easier for the human resource department to accomplish the strategic goals. Okay, otherwise if there are changes in between, what will happen? The whole budgeting process will go for waste, right? And there'll be a lot of chaos and a lot of confusions in the system. So in order to avoid that, we will have to ensure that whatever plans and strategies have been made, we adhere to that. Okay, you have any question in this slide?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, so what is the goal and objective of doing a manpower planning and budgeting? It is to recruit the most effective managers, engineers, and technical specialists, skilled and unskilled workers in appropriate numbers. So what does it mean? It just means that in the most efficient, in the whatever budget we have set, to get the best talent in that budget. Okay, so one of the objective is that. Then second objective is to ensure that the staffing requirements are well planned in advance to ensure achievement of company's business objectives. That means well in advance, we have a particular plan in place so that we don't have any confusions in the given financial year. Okay, so all companies work in the financial year plan, right? We don't follow the calendar year. Are you guys aware of that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you, Shobna, are you aware that companies
Yes, ma'am.
function financial? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I need to keep asking, right? Because if you're not aware, then you won't be able to relate. Right? Okay, so to estimate, what is that? Sorry, estimate respective department head or project manager endorsed by each department project. Okay, so it is the same thing. It means that the business heads, okay, and the HR manager, along with the approval of the CFO or the heads, they sit together and a proper approval plan is made for hiring new people, or not only hiring new people, even the appraisals that we talk about, we talk about promotions and salary hikes. So manpower budget will include all of that as well. Okay, so we'll have to keep the appraisals in mind, average appraisal that we will be giving to people this year. So the manpower budget will also include the appraisals and promotions. So promotions not in terms of the designation, promotions in terms of salary hike and benefits. Okay, the manpower plan. Suman, by any chance you were able to log into Teams?
Shall I try, ma'am?
Yeah, because Zoom is a bit problematic.
Should I try?
Yeah, not now, for the next session. Today we will continue with Zoom. Okay, for the next session tomorrow, just let me know. You try and let me know before the session. Okay, so that we are prepared and we don't consume time from the session.
Okay.
Okay, guys, in the meantime, can you please log out once and log in?
Okay.